Now let's see how to create a quiz in your Moodle course. So the way we uploaded file by turning the editing on, the same way we'll do for every activity that we want to add, whether it is file, whether it is quiz or any activity. All you have to do is first turn editing on. So first let's go to the course. So on the left hand side of the screen you can see my courses. There are different ways also to go to the course, but the best way is to just say go to the course, say select English. Now you are in your course. Now let's say turn editing on the top right corner. You can see here turn editing on. Now I'll turn editing on. Now this gives me option to create my activities. So if you have noticed, we have 4 sections over here. Now either you can use the same section to create a quiz, or you can use new section to create a quiz. It totally depends on you. There's no restriction for that. For now, let's say we'll use a new section over here. We'll name it as quiz, enter, and say add an activity or resources. We'll select quiz from here. So as soon as you select quiz activity, you'll not have a chance to directly start creating a quiz, like uploading questions and their options, etc. First, you need to create a placeholder in your course. So on this page, we will create a placeholder. So you must be seeing a lot of options here, like timing, grade, layout, question behavior, review option, etc., etc. There are like many options here. For now, we'll not uh, do any of those. We'll just simply create a quiz. Let's say quiz 1. I'll just show you in a very simple manner, in a basic way, how to create a basic quiz. I'll say quiz 1. I'll just see which fields are required, which fields are not required, etc. So for example, grade, here grade category, I'll come to that later on, how to create categories and where to place grade items, etc. So let's say grade to pass 10. Now if you notice, I cannot put grade to pass 11. By default it's 10. Again, that is one, anything that is advanced. For now, consider that you just need to have 10. You can keep it like 5 also, grade to pass out of 10, etc., etc. I'm keeping it 10 for now. It has nothing to do with what we are learning today. You can skip this part as well. Let me just go and let's say save and return to course. Now you can see this quiz activity is created over here. Let's say if you don't want to create quiz now, you just want to make your course format, you don't want to add questions as of now, you can come later and do that. Let's say you have decided which questions you want to add, so that you can come here, click on quiz, and let's say add questions. So you can see grading method, highest grade, grade to pass 10, will come to this. This is all part of much advanced level of editing. For now we are just creating basic quiz. Let's say add questions. Here you can see these options over here. Now let's say add. So there is a new question, there's a question bank, and there's a random question. Today we're going to see only new questions. What is question bank and what is random questions, we'll come back to later, because that is part of advanced again. To understand question bank and random question, first you need to understand how quiz works. So we are just seeing how quiz works as of now. Let's say add a new question. As soon as I click this option, add question, it gives me this options question field. So as soon as you select add new question option, you will have question type that you want to select. So there are multiple choice, there are true or false, there are matching question, short answer, numerical, essay, calculated, etc. So there are many different types of question types you have over here. The most generally used question types are mostly multiple choice and true or false. Even other question types are used based on your curriculum, how you want to assess students. Based on that, you can select all these different types of question types. So for now, we'll just say select multiple choice. So uh, as I said earlier, we need to take care only of the fields those are required. So here we have a couple of fields which are required. So we'll first finish those. Question name, you can name it like question Q1, question 1, or ABCD, or whatever you want as per your curriculum or as per your organization have decided. Question text, so this is where exactly the question goes and not in the question name. So this is you need to take care. So let's say what is the capital of, or capital of USA. Here it says question status ready, draft. So again, this is again you want to draft and you don't want to publish, etc., like that, so you can keep it. Default marks 1. General feedback, so you can keep general feedback. We'll come to that again. If you're stuck anywhere for any of the options, so what you can do, you can hover this question mark and you can click that, so that option will give you the context of that field. So general feedback, so it says, for example, general feedback is shown to students after they have completed the question. So this is regarding the question that you can give feedback. ID number, as of now you don't have to worry about it. uh, One or multiple answers, so this is interesting. Now let's say there could be options where there are multiple answers to one question, so that you can select based from here. We'll come to that later again. Choice 1, so let's say first choice is Chicago. Chicago is incorrect answer, so we'll just say none. Answer is like none. Okay. Feedback, you can say wrong. Second choice is, let's say, Washington DC. So this is the right answer. Now if this is the right answer, then you have to mark it, grade it as 100%. Let's say feedback is correct. So whenever user will select this answer, it will say correct. Choice number 3 is, let's say, New York. Again, New York is wrong, so we'll not give any marks. Feedback, again say wrong. Choice number 4, I'm not able to get any city from okay, let's say Texas, or let's say Austin. I'm not sure Texas is wrong, so that is again wrong. Now there are options there are options to increase more choices. If you want, from here you can do that. If you don't want to increase, then it's up to you. Now let's say just say save changes. So this is how our question is saved. So if you see this, our question 1 is saved here. Now what we'll do, we'll say maximum grade for this quiz is 10. We'll say save this. So our questions are saved right now. So we'll go here to the quiz option and we will turn this editing off. We'll click quiz and say preview quiz. So as a student, how the quiz will be visible, that we will see. Preview quiz. So this is how your quiz will be visible. Now let's say for testing, I'll select incorrect answer, that is New York. So before that, if you have noticed, the answers are shuffled. The first option that we selected while creating quiz, it was Chicago, then Washington, and so if you notice, this is all answers are shuffled now. So let's say New York is our answer. We'll say finish attempt. It says submit all. Submit all and finish. So it says wrong. So the answer is wrong. Let's say finish review. Now in advanced version, we'll see later on different types of feedback or different types of how to attempt it. Like here, when we submitted the answer and then we said finish, so after that only it displayed us the correct answer or feedback, etc. But there are options where you can say I want to see answer right after I select the choices. So even that is possible, but again that is all in advance, that I'll create a separate video only for quiz, like just quiz, nothing else. This is just a basic tutorial for Moodle. That's what I'm doing right now. Once you get hands-on on basic concepts of Moodle, then you can definitely go to advanced version. So this was related to quiz. If you liked it, do subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them.